All right, guys, happy Tuesday, May 16th. Happy half of the year. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well, fully feeling full of gratitude today. I'm excited. We got tons and tons of stuff to talk about. You guys absolutely crushed it this last week. But before we get started, before we get rolling, does anybody have a guest on the line that they would like to introduce, or do you have someone, or would you like to say hello yourself? If it's your first time, let's give you guys the microphone to do a quick introduction. I see Omid pointing over to Zach. So Zach, take the mic, big dog. Say hello to everybody and tell us why you chose Team Fast.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zach. I work down here in San Jose. I've been in real estate a couple years. I've known Omid for quite a long time. I've been wanting to work with him for a while. And, more recently, once he joined Team Fast, he's had nothing but positive things to say. I had a conversation with him a couple months ago, started talking about his feature and what he plans doing with his feature. And he told me about how great it is working with the team and how this is where he sees himself. Then from there, he just told me everything positive. Obviously, I spoke to you, Elias, about the culture, the atmosphere, and everything you guys are doing. I've hopped on one call before. I was on mute, so I didn't speak up, but I just love the collaboration, how you guys are sharing good ideas instead of competing against one another. You guys are helping everyone and building everyone up. So I'm happy to be part of the team.
Love it. Love it. And I ironically met Zach on my street. He was hosting an open house for Omid on my street. I think it was like the first or second week that he had joined the team. So good stuff. And Omid, I loved your Mother's Day post to call your mom and then call you to list your home. So welcome to the team, Zach. And Omid, congratulations on all your growth, not only with your consumers, but building your organization. So great stuff. Any other guests on the line today that we would like to introduce? Anybody else? Going once, going twice? All right, cool. Let's move on. I'm actually going to pass it over to our Oracle, Karina, with a quick teaching moment. So Karina, go ahead and take the mic on this beautiful morning.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to point out a trend that's not such a great trend that we're seeing, which is issues with tenants in possession or sellers in possession not vacating when they're supposed to be vacating after the deal has closed. So be sure that you're getting your paperwork in order, either the SIP, the TOPA, or the RLAS, depending on the tenancy type, and make sure that there's a deposit in there. That deposit protects the buyers, so there's recourse if there's any damage or they're having issues getting people out or stuff left behind to clean up. You can instruct escrow to release some of those funds so the buyers can take care of whatever issues that they have. And if not, the seller gets their money back and it's great. But it is kind of a trend that I'm noticing. And so I want to point that out so everyone gets ahead of it if they can. And come see me if you have any issues. Same thing with the broker team on EXP. So let me know. Thanks.
Beautiful. Now, is there a certain amount of time that you're recommending that they get a deposit, or for any amount of time that a person's in the property after closing?
Any amount of time. A day, 2 days, 3 days, like make sure that there's money being held behind in escrow. So worst case scenario, they damage something, they leave a huge mess, they didn't do what they were supposed to do, your buyers have protection.
Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. All right, guys, let's go ahead and go right into our slides. I'm going to pull this up and then present. Let me make sure I refresh this and let's go right into it. So tons and tons of stuff to talk about today, but let me go ahead. Bam, and we are in. All right, guys. So let's do this. Obviously, we want to talk about community contributions. Want to know about what's going on. What are the agent-led events? What are cultural events, community events? What do you guys have happening at the offices or in your respective communities? So let's give the mic to you guys and have you guys share what's going on. Shout out to Tom Lee, who had a successful event over the weekend. He had 108 people registered and 90 people showed up to his breakdancing event in Oakland. As an event that they want to share. Anybody on the screen? Going once, going twice.
Yo, Elias.
Yo, what up, Mauricio? Today.
How you doing?
Good, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. What's up, guys? So today, I think Raymond talked about it last week. If you guys remember, today we're having the Bay East YPN Top Producer Panel. Will's actually going to be there. So if you guys want to come support and represent, we're going to be there from 1 to 3. Food and drinks will be provided. And I'll be there a little bit early to help set up. So hopefully I can see you guys there.
Beautiful. And it's actually at Bay East, right? In Pleasanton?
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So if you guys have the ability to do so, go register on the Bay East Association of Realtors. You do not have to be a member to attend, but you do have to register. So go out there, have some fun, support Will, support Ed, support Crystal, Florida. And our very own George Martinez is going to be the moderator of this amazing panel. So Mauricio, I'll actually see you in a little bit. Kenny will see you in a little bit. We're looking forward to coming out and supporting everybody. So thank you for the update. Let's go to Sacramento. Sacramento, let's hear from you guys. What's going on, agent-led event or upcoming community event? Let's hear from you.
All right, the event is tomorrow, and this is the Op City Mastermind here in Sacramento. So anyone and everyone who's on Op City, who's thinking about getting online leads, or who's interested in that, it's going to be here in the Sacramento office, starting at 12:30 sharp, but you can get here around 12:15 or so, do a little bit of mixing and mingling, and it'll go 12:30, 2 o'clock, and then afterwards we'll do a little bit of informal brainstorming if anyone wants to work through some of the topics that we talked about. We're going to have 3 guest speakers. We're going to have our own Will as well. Will Dangler is going to present on strategies. He's been a really great producer with Op City and some of the strategies that he uses. A lender, and then someone who specializes in credit repair to talk about how to leverage that for the longer funnel clients who need a little bit more work. So tomorrow, hope to see everyone here.
Love it. And just a quick update so people understand the impact that Op City has had in our environment. For you guys that don't know, Op City is our top performing lead source, correct, right now? And do we have 19 in contract right now from Op City alone?
We've had, I think we've got like 6 in contract, and we've had 19 closings so far this year.
19 closings.
I wish it was
Incredible.
19.
But right, best performing lead source that we have.
What was that?
Say that again, Joellen.
Oh, I'm waiting for him to still help me with my Op City because I haven't had it in a year.
Well, that's exactly for everyone who's in that boat. Come to the event tomorrow.
Perfect. Awesome. Let's go to Aaliyah. And then if there's anybody else that has a community event or event that they're throwing, Aaliyah, let's go over to you. Great stuff, Dan. Appreciate the update.
Hi. So Leah, you and me, Aaliyah, are hosting an event on Thursday, May 18th. It's an affordable home ownership workshop at the Walnut Creek office from 6 to 8:30. And we're gonna just be going over ways that home buyers can get their credit score up to 640 and higher, down payment assistance programs, grants, what if the difference between conventional and FHA loans, what appraisers look for with FHA loans, and we're gonna have like food and drinks and stuff.
Beautiful. I love this. And I love that you're really leaning into throwing a ton of events. So great stuff, Aaliyah. Good stuff. Anybody else has something that's going on? Going once, going twice. All right, cool. Let's keep cruising on. So next up is CSU updates. Over the last 60 days, we have seen a tremendous spike in the amount of CSU users. Now, I think that there's a combination of this. Now, we've been talking a lot about this in group coaching, but also we're running all of our sales competitions as well as the real competition that we're going to be taking people out to Mexico in August. And so there's obviously been a huge attraction to this, but I think that more importantly, what CSU is going to allow you to do is just really look at your business in a different way and start to track different areas of your business. So let's just take a look back over the last 30 days and see who's using CSU at a very, very high level. So I just went back 30 days and I brought up conversations leaderboard first and foremost. We know that conversations are going to be your pathway to getting into contract. So shout out to Alejandra, shout out to Heidi, Jessica, Joe Ellen, and Cynthia for being in the top categories for conversations. Also, if you ever want to go to a hustler's lunch with us and you want to experience that culinary, lunch with all of us, the only way you're going to get there is by tracking in CSU. Doors knocked. Huge shout out to these people. It's been warm. These people are still out there pounding the pavements, and check out how many doors that Rico has been knocking on. Rico knocked on 405 doors. This dude is showing up. He's practicing his scripts. He's taken things that he's learned in script role playing. He said, I'm going to instantly go out and apply that. He has kids. He's ready to take his business to the next level. So shout out to him. Jonathan came in number 2. Jennifer Angel came in at number 3. Dominique and Christy out there also knocking on doors. So congratulations to each of you for out there hustling and really, really tracking everything that you're doing. Appointments met. Ali was number 1 for appointments met that were tracked. Heidi was number 2. Kuhn was number 3, and Jennifer and Jessica Bling Realtor were tied for 4th. So great job to everybody in that category. And then looking back at days tracked, you know, when I think about this, actually, sorry, this was just year to date or month to date. When you think about the people that are on this list, like think about Eric. Now, Eric has been in the game for quite some time now. He is a top producer, has been a top producer for, 2 years in a row, still manages to take the time, go into Sisu and track his behaviors and track his activities to make sure that he's on pace. So congratulations to him, to Nkosi, Christy, Eric, and Heidi for tracking at a high level. And let's get right into new escrows. All right, guys, we've got quite a few new escrows to go over this week. So first up on the list is V. V got into contract, and Sarah and Danielle got into contract for $455,000. Let's see who's on the line today and who I can ask to talk about their deal. And let's go here. V is not on. Let's see if Sarah is on. Sarah, did I see you driving earlier? Can you talk to us about this deal? Tell us what worked, what your strategy was, and talk to us about this transaction. Sarah, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm well. I'm well. Talk to us about this. What was the strategy? What worked?
Yeah, so our clients were originally pre-approved for the Dreams for All program a couple months ago. And then, the funds ran out for that, but they were still willing to purchase. Originally, they were looking in Fairfield, Sassoon, Vacaville, but then they decided to actually move up here into Sacramento. So we were able to get them in contract up here instead.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Well, congratulations to you. And what were you seeing in the market? Was it competitive? Was there multiple offers on this home? Talk to me a little bit about the market.
Well, for this home specifically, we got it pretty quickly. It was only on the market for 2 days or so. I think knowing the agent too was to our advantage. But other homes up here in Sacramento, there was definitely a lot of competition. So they did have a lot of offers that didn't work out. But that's okay, because eventually it did. So
awesome. Well, congratulations to you, and congratulations to Danielle. We're going to keep cruising. All right, guys, next up on the list, Carmen Hernandez and Juanita Rivera got in contract for $455,000, and Brenda got in contract for her very first time with Kimberly Lopez for $500,000. Let's see who is on. Let's see if Brenda is on. Brenda, are you on today? No, Brenda is not on. Let's see if Kim is on. All right, Kim, talk to us about this deal. What was the strategy? What worked? What you saw in the market? And let's have you take the mic and talk about this.
Hi, with this one, we had to get a little creative because the house is kind of a fixer, and their first-time homeowners, Brenda, actually found the home, and within 3 days of seeing the house, we got into contract, so that was awesome. But yeah, they were super stoked, and we're gonna be fixing it up a little bit. So we just had to get like contractors there and all that good stuff, but yeah.
I love it. I love it. And I love the new video that you and your office bestie created, you and Jess.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you, and congratulations to Brenda. We know how hard you both have been working, and it shows and it's proven. So let's go to the next category. So Rashana got in contract for $515,000, and Julie, the numbers agent, got into contract for $540,000. I won't call on Julie because she doesn't like when I necessarily call on her on the calls. So I'm going to go and see if Rashana is here. She is not here. So we will move on. Congratulations to you ladies. And let's go to the next category. 550 to 749. Dan Sunberg got in contract for $560,000. Great job, Dan. Mauricio got in contract for $577,000, and then the twins got into contract for $570,000. So Dan, since you're there, I could see you, big dog. Let's have you talk about this transaction. What worked? What was the strategy?
Well, this one I had the easiest client because it was me. So this is a personal purchase for my wife and I.
Oh,
And, yeah.
Well, congratulations. Does this make number 3 or number 2?
Number 3, yeah.
Yes.
So we just got a lease signed for the house that we're living in now, so we're going to rent that out, and so we have to be out in June. So hopefully this one closes, And yeah, it'll be a good one. So we're gonna turn a big garage into 2 ADUs this time. So last one we did one. So hopefully we'll be able to squeeze 2 ADUs out of it, plus the main house.
Wow. Dan, that was actually my follow-up question. Since you have the blueprint and you've already launched a successful ADU, will you answer my question right there, bro?
Yeah, double it up.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you and your lady, my man. Super happy for you guys.
Thank you.
Love it. Love it. All right, guys, let's continue cruising on. Jose and Bandana got into contract for 600,000. Chris Edwards, this dude has been putting in the work and it's been a long time coming. Got into contract for 635,990, and Annie Mai got into contract for 693,990. Chris, let me see if you're on right now, man. Let's see. Chris, are you on? No, you're not. Annie, no, you are not. Jose. All right, cool. Jose, you're on the line today, man. I'm going to have you talk to us about the strategy, what worked, what did you see in that market? So Jose, let's hear from you, bro.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
We can, loud and clear, man.
How's
With
it
the
going, everybody?
iconic COVID headshot. So let's hear from you, Jose.
Yeah, that headshot got dated pretty quickly. But yeah, it's my dad's friend is the person purchasing this property. They're going through I-10. You know, at first they were really worried because for the longest time they were told they weren't able to purchase anything because they don't have a social. And you know, once I educated them about that and speaking to a couple of lenders, we were able to make it happen.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Was it competitive? Was there multiple offers? What were you seeing?
Yeah, it was pretty competitive. I believe they received about 12 offers on the property that we submitted on, and the only reason we're able to, you know, move forward with them was because I had already established the connection with the selling agent and he decided to counter us.
Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
networking goes a long way, guys.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations to Bandana, and looking forward to seeing you lighten it up this summer, big dog. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. Let's go over to the next category. Cynthia got in contract for 720,000 on a flex deal, and Will and Roxanne, they took a small break from their Will and Roxanne Selling the Bay series to sell another home. So they got a contract for 749, but check this out, you guys. Jan got in a contract 4 times last week, equating to over $3 million in production. We'll actually come back to Jan in a moment, but Cynthia, would love for you to talk to us about this deal and also like how you're feeling. You and I had a really good conversation yesterday, and you have so much great momentum right now and you are ahead of pace. So would love to hear from you, Cynthia, if you could talk to us about this flex deal that you put in a contract. Cynthia, you there?
For sure. And sorry, it's a little echoey. I'm still getting ready for the day. So this guy, I met him, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, and we were in contract on Saturday. He found his dream home, and we actually got him in for 5,000 under asking, and the home had just hit the market. It was a townhome in Richmond, relocation sale. And I basically just created great rapport with the listing agent and said, hey, we want to get this property into contract. What would this look like for the sellers? And she was like, just write this up at asking. And we went under, and they still accepted. So yeah, that was amazing. And tracking on CSU is critical. So make sure you guys are doing that.
Beautiful. And Cynthia, you made a declaration last year. For the people that don't know, Cynthia was part of our leadership team and chose to dive really hard back into her business. Like, if you could give us a little bit of advice that's led to this amount of traction that you have in your business, what is that?
Gosh, nose to the grindstone, definitely, but I'm working less hours, more strategically. So I'm only working 40-hour weeks now instead of like 60 to 80-hour weeks. And I don't pick up my phone during that time. Like, I'm super hyper focused. Taking that sales mastery book and mastering a new topic every 90 days and really drilling in those 90 days has been mad helpful for sure. Yeah, and just coming to script role play and practicing what I preached.
Beautiful, beautiful. You know, this right here, you guys, this should be like, I used to ride the bus when I was a kid, and I used to write rhymes, and like my my composition book would be in my back pocket. Dude, this should be with you wherever you're going. It's no matter, even if you're a seasoned professional, there's things in this book that you can learn to take your game to the next level. That and know what to say, that is in Slack as well. You combine those two, and I promise you, you'll see that your sales will elevate. So congratulations to you, Cynthia, and congratulations on all of your continued growth. So let's go to the next category. Rose Preciado got in contract for 821. Aaliyah got into 860. And here are some usual faces that we are seeing almost every single week. Ina and Ilona got in a contract for 875,000 on an Op City lead. Let's go over to Aaliyah. You are here. Your camera is on. Aaliyah, let's hear from you. Talk to us about your strategy, what worked. Tell us about this deal, and let's hear from you.
Okay. This lead is so I got this lead initially from door knocking around an area that I had some sold homes, and so we had a listing appointment with them like a year ago, and they weren't ready to sell just yet, so I just had to follow up with them for like a year until they called and they were ready to list the home. But we just advised her on some of the updates that she should do. And then she didn't give any pushback on the price or anything. And we just ultimately got it sold in like less than 2 weeks.
Beautiful.
And the price that came in, or the offer that we got, 4 offers, the highest one was an all cash offer, well above what the comp support. So that's the one that we went with.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Well, congratulations to you. Ilona, I see that you're there as well. Talk to us about this deal. You and your sister have been lighting up the leaderboard every single week. So talk to us about this deal.
This actually was a BMR that my sister got like over 6 months ago in Berkeley. And it was pretty amazing because obviously he did not qualify for the BMR. I met him, showed him a couple places. I think we saw like 6 homes the first time. She talked to him about the BMR program. She had him talk to one of our lenders, and he actually got approved for like $1.2 million. So this was a long one because we were out there every weekend. They were going and seeing homes every weekend. They had a very specific area. They want North Berkeley, Albany. We wrote maybe 3 or 4 different offers, $250,000 above asking. Multiple times we got beat out. It was insane. Cleanest offer we've ever written. Beat out so many times. One time we weren't even in the top 5 of the people to even get countered. So what happened was at first he wanted to look at condos. They started looking at condos. They decided they wanted to do single families. We did single families for months. We did not succeed. They went back to the condo. They picked the condo that we looked at months and months and months and months ago. And now we are in contract on a new build, and it's a new build. So that's interesting too. That's my first time experiencing working with a new build and kind of how they do it, and they write the contracts, and it's very much like them leading the game. So that's been an interesting experience, but I'm really happy we were able to do that.
I love this. I love this. And here's why I really, really respect this, because oftentimes, and it's okay, we've all been guilty of this at some time in our career, you get a BMR lead and something inside happens. You're like, a BMR, a mobile home. Well, at the end of the day, it's our responsibility to see this the whole way through, because it's going to be somebody's home. And the fact that you guys saw it through, you helped them, and they actually qualified for way more home, and you were able to, run your route and be there for them. That's what matters the most. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to your partner. And I love to see what you guys have grown in a very, very short time. So congratulations to everybody in that category. Moving on. Delaney got into contract up in Sacramento for $800,000. Lisa Gillis got into contract for $961,522. And then, excuse me, Ronnie and Joseph got into contract for $900,000. So congratulations to everybody that made it on the board in this category. And let me see who I have on. All right, let's see if Delaney is here, and let's see if Joseph is here. All right, we are striking out. However, one big clap for them. Congratulations to everybody that made it on the calendar in that category, or excuse me, made it on the board in that category. Kim, you are up next. You got it in contract for 1.350. Kim, I want to ask, is this your largest career transaction? Kim Lopez?
I think so.
Yes, congratulations. Talk to us about this. So happy for you. Take the mic back and let's hear from you again.
Yeah, so this one I'm super excited about because I actually met them at an open house and I sent them the disclosures and reports in a super thorough email. And, I was following up with them. They said, no, I have an agent. So I was like, fine. And then a month ago, they reached back out to me and they were like, hey, our agent's not really doing what they're supposed to be doing. We were really impressed by your email. Can we work together? And I was like, sure. 2 weeks later, we got into contract. So that was awesome.
God, I love this. Kenny and I are going to talk about this in a moment and just briefly about enhancing the consumer experience. The fact that you provided a better experience for the consumer is the reason why they chose you. And the fact that you had a well choreographed email, something like a Brittany would send out. This is the reason why that you were able to get this person across the finish line. So great job to you. Congratulations to your consumer.
Thanks.
Awesome. All right, guys, let's continue cruising on. I want you to really let this soak in for a minute. I am beyond proud of you, and I love how hard you guys are working and how you guys are proving every single person out there that is weak and says, oh, it's the market, it's the inventory. Well, look internally and look at what you guys have been able to create. Last week alone, you put 25 families into contract, equating to almost $18 million in production for 1 week. You guys were built for this. You guys are champions. You guys should stop for a moment, congratulate yourselves, share this on social media. And if other people are struggling to find opportunities for themselves and their brokerage or the people around them are making excuses, then that's a great opportunity for us to talk to them and share with them what it's like to be here and play on a championship team. So congratulations to you guys. These numbers are not by chance. This is by design because you guys are all working your ass off. So congratulations to each of you and a huge congratulations to this dude. So right now, Jan has 4 pending transactions, a total of over $3 million in production, or excuse me, in volume right now. He's a loving father. He's humble. He's growth minded. And this dude is a straight up hustler. So Jan, we want to give you the spotlight, brother. We want to edify you for a moment. So if you can, take the mic for a second and please talk about this if you are able to grab the mic.
Yeah, rarely, but hi everybody. So if you guys don't know me, I'm Jan. I'm a part-time agent. I have a full-time sales job. Thankfully, fortunately, it's a work from home. Honestly, I couldn't have done this 4 deals without my wife, who's also on the team, Jocelyn. So that's really the big, glue to this whole thing. She held it down at home while I could do this for. Long story short, on the 4 transactions, it's actually 5. So we're waiting on 1 more to find their lot and sign. It was a neighbor we lived right next to a year, 2 years ago before we moved out here. And back then I probably had 0 to nothing in my pipeline. So I was doing everything old school, door knocking, cold calling, just planting the seeds and anybody and everybody I could. And my neighbor, right? So I told him, hey, I'm a real estate agent. If you need anything, let me know. Your typical spiel. He said he wasn't looking to move right there and then, but I built that rapport with him over the year, and that was like a year, 2 years ago. Within just last month, 2 weeks into getting into contract, he hit me up and said, I'm ready now. I want to move to this community because it's in the Brentwood Unified School District. How do we do this? So I did a consult with him, ran him through the process. He liked it because he actually had a previous agent, lost out on offer, fired him, and then got me on board. Again, it was a better experience that he had compared to that other agent. And then the other 4 friends, he was like, so I have 4 other friends who, want to live with me, and we all want to live on the same block. And so they literally bought, within right next to each other. So that's how I got it. And
God, I love this.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Jocelyn getting her license and getting on the team, I probably would have just cruised and kept on cruising, but I, couldn't have my own wife beat me in the real estate game. So she's probably the best competition I'll get.
Yeah,
Speaking of,
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, and I'm glad that you're speaking about this because since JoJo got licensed and started on the team, I've seen you like show up in an even bigger way, and that's like internal in your home, like that competition. I think it's really positive because they feel like you guys are pushing each other, and it's showing in your production and showing how it and how much she's showing up in our environment as well. So, congrats to both of you. Congrats to both of you. I love this.
Thank you. And speaking of which, we actually got a deal in contract yesterday with her first deal. So you guys will be seeing that next week.
Yes, I love this. I love this. So great job to you. Great job to her. Can't wait to celebrate her next week. And you guys, if you know new developments, make sure that you are taking your clients to new developments. The realtor for this home sold 35 families properties in River Islands and in one time. So what I mean by that is there's 35 groups that came out from Fremont and they all bought houses at the same time from one person. And so huge opportunities in new dev and new opportunities for them. So congratulations to you and what an amazing week. All right, guys, we have a special announcement and I want to make sure that you guys are all there. We are having a social media content workshop in Walnut Creek next week from 11 to 1 o'clock. Min Nguyen is traveling up from Southern California to do an entire workshop for us. There's going to be script building. There's also going to be actual content creation from this event. So you're not just going to take a bunch of notes and be like, oh, let me go home and go make a video. You're actually going to create video while you're in the space. And so super stoked about this. Kenny, you want to talk about this at all before we go to next slides? Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, Min's coming down to hang out with us. His team did a couple $100 million in loans just from Instagram last year. So it's pretty powerful. He's going to show us actually action steps. And for those of you who've seen him talk, he goes pretty deep on stuff. So I'm happy to host him in the office. And we're starting to form a working relationship with his team too. So his lending team is super fast. And he's actually shot over a couple of referrals to us. So we want to kind of grow this partnership. He's a pretty big online influencer. So we also want to partner with him and get that visibility.
So excited about this. And let me ask the question while we're on social media. How many of you are actually going to be in Mexico with us because you're going to win the real challenge? Please give me a reaction on the screen down below. All right, I see Joe Ellen. I saw a couple hands over there, but give me a reaction on the screen below if you're going to be in Mexico because you are going to be in the top 20 to win those reels, to win that real competition. One person, that's it. 2 people, 3 people. Okay, here we go. George, I see you, big dog. I know you're driving. Be safe. Listen, you guys, this is an opportunity for you to really push yourself from now, obviously from May 2nd till June 27th. This is an opportunity for you guys to really push yourself, to give yourself more visibility. And then heck, you get to go on a dope vacation with us in Mexico at a really cool resort. Last year was a lot of fun. So looking forward to seeing you guys really produce tons and tons of content over the next 30 days and beyond. Before we go any further, Chris, I see you on here, big dog, and I want to make sure to give you the spotlight while you are here. I know you weren't on, Molly hit you up. So we want to congratulate you, bro, on your deal. I know that you've been putting in the work, you've been putting in the hours, man. So talk to us a little bit about this transaction and what this means to you.
Man, good morning, Team Fast. I appreciate it. Thank you, Molly, for calling me. I was in the middle of a workout, but man, it means a lot. I've been working with this client since October. A lot of things has happened that delayed it because you know, she's a senior. So I walked into this deal. Basically, it's my grandmother's friend, and she was talking about how she was, you know, needed a house. And I walked in the house at the same time the conversation was happening. She's like, "Oh, my grandson's a realtor." And next thing you know, putting in the time, you know, looked at so many houses. You know, my confidence wavered a lot during this process because, you know, I'm stepping into a new realm. I came from, you know, playing basketball and also working with kids. So, you know, it's a totally different thing. And I had a lot of support from the team. It's so many names. Like I want to say the names, but it's if I leave somebody out, I'm gonna feel bad. So everybody, you guys know who you are. I love everybody on the team. I appreciate you. But now that we made this happen, it's at a new development in the 55 and up community, active community. It's one of the biggest houses that were there at first. She didn't think that she could afford it. We showed all the different houses. I went from the biggest one to the smallest one to where I thought she couldn't afford. She wasn't satisfied. I'm gonna be honest. The other listing agent on hand, she kind of pushed it a little bit, and I watched and I learned that you kind of have to, because I was trying to be more laid back, but you kind of have to push them. And I saw how it was done, and and now we're at the process. This happened. The signing happened April 14th, but it was a problem with the lending side. She was trying to use a lender from the new development, and the person that called didn't know the situation, so he preached a different rate, and it almost messed the whole deal up. So that's when my skills come into play, and you gotta call and hound and be the real estate motherfucking liaison. You know what I'm saying? Period. That's what I'm doing. So, this is giving me the confidence. Like, I'm a firm believer in action over talking, and the action is there. So, it's a different level of Chris Edwards right now, period. And yeah, team fast. I can't wait till I'm official fast with 3 transactions. We should have that done by the summer. So it's all good.
That's right. I
Appreciate
love it,
y'all.
Big Smooth. I've been here. I've seen your journey. I've been there with you, man, from your boot camp days, from coaching. Like, I've just seen you put in the hard work and you persevered. And man, I'm excited about the summer. I'm excited about the momentum, and I'm excited about this boost of confidence that this is giving you. And it proves to you that you can do this, you will do this, and you're going to make it happen, bro. So congratulations to you. Thank you for hopping on. Molly hit you a quick message, and I'm so glad that you were able to hop on and share that story. So you guys, we're going to go live with this today so you guys can bring some guests. Next week, the 25th, after our social media workshop with Min, we're going to the movies, and we're going to go see the Fast and Furious movie. We're going to have some fun. So if somebody can drop the Eventbrite right now, or you can find it in Slack, but you now can share this with a friend or a family member. You want to bring some homies. Let's go out and make sure that we're having an amazing time. I don't know. It's just something about us all being in a movie theater. Feel like we're all teenagers. I'm excited about this. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to bring your fast car out, bring your fast car out. You want to bring your bucket out? I don't care. Bring the car. Let's have some fun, and let's all come together next week. So stoked about this. All right, guys, we got a big announcement for tomorrow's Keep It Moving group coaching. We actually have some really great guests lined up for the next couple of weeks. But tomorrow we have Arjun, and you guys have seen this dude on social media. He is the leader of the Let's Fucking Go movement. He had Ryan Serhant at his, he threw an event a couple months ago with Ryan Serhant in San Francisco. He's been gracious enough to give us some of his time tomorrow to do an update, to talk about the market, as well as talk about his growth on social media. So I want to make sure that you guys tune in tomorrow for Keep It Moving group coaching. Make sure that you share this with a friend, invite somebody. This is a great opportunity for us all to learn together. So I'll put this on social. Make sure that you're reposting this, and make sure that you're in the room tomorrow, because this session, I promise you, is going to be fire. So you do not want to miss tomorrow's Keep It Moving group coaching session. All right. So once again, just a quick reminder, we're going to be doing updates in a few days here, but making sure that you guys are posting the reels and that you guys are marking just one for every reel. I saw some numbers that really didn't match up. If you're creating a reel, just put one reel. That's not your stories. It's not what you put on Facebook. It's just one reel, one point. We're going to be sharing who is in the lead in just a couple of days, but I'm excited to go to Mexico with you guys. So marketing resources. Kenny, I know that we talked a little bit about the consumer journey. You guys, we were at the Play Bigger Mastermind this last week, which was a phenomenal, amazing, incredible time. We heard from a consumer journey expert, and this is a guy that is behind the scenes and responsible for the growth of a company like KitchenAid, to give you a name that you guys would all know. Well, what he focuses on is really unpacking every single part of the client journey and the consumer experience. And what I want you guys to think about in your own business is say, what does that client journey look like for me, whether I'm on the buy side or whether I'm on the list side? Am I answering questions? Am I mitigating fear? Am I addressing trepidation such as buyer remorse, so on and so forth? Now, what is that actual, what is the quality of that, of that process of working with me actually look like, right? Do I have videos that go out at certain times? Do I have templates that are already built? Am I answering questions that I know that every consumer is asking? Because in the absence of proper communication, stories are formed. So if we are lacking in anything, if there's any holes in our game, I want you guys to really start evaluating this and making sure that you guys have templates, you have sequence, you have videos that make sure that you set yourself apart from any other real estate professional in our market and in the game in general. So Kenny, I wanted to ask your thoughts on this. I know that you have this amazing template. You shared it in Slack. You want to talk about this at all?
I don't really have demonstration right now. Raquel is bringing on that person as a coach to her mastermind program. So they're going to build out some custom templates for us. But my good friend Kevin kills it in listing appointments. He picked up over 9. He represented over 90 sellers last year. This year, he's already gotten over 30 sellers. He shared a template, some of the open enough to share templates with us that he uses. And actually 3 of my listing partners this week used the template on deals we were working with. And it's just really just levels you up. A lot about the buyer journey was to anticipate objections and anticipate concerns and just jump ahead of it. So then you're a person they trust, and if they feel good throughout the transaction, you're going to get a lot of referrals where other agents are just sloppy or just, so it's a lot to digest and add into your workflow, but that's how you improve as an agent. So I've represented hundreds of sellers. I've been on hundreds and hundreds of listing appointments, but this is something I was like, wow, this is really impressive. So now I'm incorporating what he does into my workflow. And that spreadsheet, I'm literally working on, actually, I'd love to show you guys what I'm working on right now. Let me hide some stuff right now, the names real quick.
And then Kenny, for the template that you were just referring to, where can the team find that template?
It's in the training channel. Let me, okay, I can't hide the name. So I'll just up there, but I dropped a spreadsheet yesterday on the pipeline. Maintaining a pipeline, that was one of my biggest takeaways from the event, was from Ed that did 50 deals a year. You should always have 20 clients that are ready to transaction in 30 days and 50 at all times. So now I'm rebuilding that whole template in my Monday. Turns out I actually have right now 10 hot clients. I didn't know that. Follow boss is great for kind of moving along the pipeline, but having one single spreadsheet looking at all your hot clients is really important and it's really easy to work.
Yeah, you guys. So really think about this. Like, what are things that you could do right now to enhance the consumer journey? And whether that's from you picking up a phone call, booking for an appointment, what does that process look right after? As soon as they see a house, what happens right after? As soon as they're in contract, what happens? How are you addressing fear, concerns, potential objections that come up? And then obviously taking that to the next level on every single interaction that you have with the consumer. So we're going to talk a lot about this in the next coming weeks. And my hope is that we're all unpacking ways that we can get better and enhance that consumer journey. Because unfortunately in our game, 86% of clients that buy a home don't go back to their original realtor. Why? Because that original realtor closed on the deal, maybe sent them an annual gift, but they don't have a sequence of follow-up and touch points and personalization that makes them so connected with that person for life and not just that transaction. So I want you guys to put those things into perspective as you're growing and look into taking your business and your consumer experience to the next level. Anything else that we have? Molly, Patrick, I don't know if you're on. Do we have anything else from a marketing resources, anything else that we want to share?
Not on my end. Nope.
Okay, cool. Karina, Kenny. All right, cool. So we're going to get on the road. George, I'm looking forward to seeing you moderate this event today. I'm really, really excited for you. And I just wanted to give you the mic really quick. If you can share with everybody some good news that was given to you at the Play Bigger Mastermind, I think this is worth sharing. And I'd love for you to share for the people that were not on group coaching this week. Let's hear it, big dog.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm super excited. I'm definitely going to head that way shortly and put on some pump up music. I was talking to myself in the mirror today when I got off the shower, because this is my first time moderating an event. But so after the Play Bigger event, I actually walked up to Raquel and told her how moving her event was, that it was unlike any other. Even broke down crying to her because it truly felt like a family event where you could truly be yourself, collaborate with other people that are on a higher level, and just was an overall safe environment. And then at the end, she actually was like, hey, so you're ready to get on my stage next year because you're speaking on my stage for the next Play Bigger event. And so I looked at her and I was just like, wait, what? She was like, yeah, you're going to be one of my speakers on my lineup. So save the date. And I told her, you know what, just let me know when and I'll be there. So I'm definitely excited for that.
Now we're so proud of you. And here's the thing, you guys, this is not by chance. George has just showed up. He showed up on social media. He's showing up in our environment. He shows up for you as a brother. That's what you need to do in this business in order to be seen, create your own fame. So congratulations to you, George. You guys, what an incredible week that you have had. Let's keep that momentum. Let's keep cruising. Will, Kay, I'm excited to celebrate you today and hear about your journey and to see you on that stage. So you guys, great things to come. Let's go out there and make sure that we're absolutely crushing it. Focus on Sisu, track your habits, track your activities. And if you need anything, feel free to reach out to me, but we appreciate you guys and have an amazing, amazing day. And we love you. Peace.